Mikey alerted me that there's a big problem in the world right now that we got to talk about. So obviously
Well, you could think of it as a problem.
yeah,
It's kind of a liberation in a way.
that is true. Yeah. So the war in Ukraine, I guess I don't even know if this means like it's escalator, but North Korea is just like sending troops there.
Oh yeah, there's
Why-
big impact.
Not to be a jerk or what. No, well they're wrong here, so I don't care if I'm a jerk. Why is North Korea sending like? Why do they even care? It's not their business.
Well, because they're anti. It's against the Western world, really.
Yeah. Well, those jerks like, oh, you guys don't guys like. You don't send your troops to do anything but help in this, like where you're so clearly wrong. Like, okay, well,
Well,
that's
also,
good.
I think it's because North Korea is able to trade with Russia and like sell
That
them
is true,
stuff.
yeah.
There's no sanctions.
Yeah.
Like with the rest of the world, so they are like kind of allies at this point.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's true. So, but yeah, North Korea send their troops over. You know.
Oh, also, it's because you see all these military parades they do,
Yeah.
all this stuff, all their generals, they're like flexing up. But you realize that this country hasn't been at war for so long, like since the Korean War. So I think they want to send their dudes over so that they get some experience. I think that's
Yeah.
also another reason.
That's probably true. Yeah. I mean, I know I said I don't get why they do. Like, I guess I understand why they do, but it's just kind of like, bro, like, why do you gotta do? Why? Like, I was kind of. Well, it feels like every week there's some news of like, yo, is this it? Could the war in Ukraine be over now? And it just never is. So
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping maybe that they wouldn't.
You
But
should make a few calls.
I'm gonna call Vladimir Putin after this, and we'll put a stop to this.
We should interview Kim.
Yeah, let's get Kim on the phone. Yeah, you think? I mean,
He's
when
gonna
he-
ask for
when he's not
$20.
stuffing his face with Twinkies. Maybe he would
He's
be on
gonna.
the show.
Oh
you know?
my gosh, get him, Josiah.
Well, I'm sorry, guy. I
Okay,
can't
all right.
talk right
You know,
now.
he's gonna ask for $20 after hearing about this story.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Be
Send
like
it over.
Josiah.
I'll send it over. You know.
Yeah.
I have a proposal of great interest to you. Can I get $20? Okay, sure. You know, all right.
Anyway.
But well, I bring it up. So the North Koreans sent their guys over, but it's probably not working out too well because they found out about porn on the internet.
Well, yeah, they're in Russia.
So-
and I think they give their soul. I don't know how. Also, have we actually looked into it? Is this confirmed? This sounds like some fake
no,
news.
you can find some. I'm serious. I
This
looked it
sounds
up
like some
earlier.
propaganda.
North Korea. Yeah, I looked it up earlier and I just put internet.
Yeah.
And first result: North Korean soldiers get internet access in Ukraine, hooked on porn. And it's like,
Well, who wouldn't be? Imagine, like, okay, we've had this this discussion before.
yeah,
You think about what we have access to nowadays. We really take it for granted. Imagine giving like a 15th century peasant like infinite access to whatever porn and sex that you can imagine. That is nuts.
yeah.
That we have access to that. And so that's essentially what's going on here. Like North Korea, I don't know the exact rules for the internet, but there's definitely no porn going on there. So
I was surprised
Oh
because I
my
thought
goodness.
is Russia that much better than North Korea in terms of like censorship of the internet? Like, I mean, I didn't.
yeah, I
even
think there's porn in Russia.
Oh, okay. So I was kind of because I kind of assumed they were the same. Where like if North Korea doesn't have porn, Russia wouldn't have porn either.
I
but-
think they do have kind of the decency laws where like some porn is probably like banned or something, but I think they do allow porn.
Yeah.
It's China. China doesn't allow porn
Okay. Yeah. Well,
legally.
that's not surprising. China doesn't allow anything, so I get it. But yeah, they're addicted to porn, and I wish I could find more info on it specifically. 'Cause that's all it says that they're addicted to it. But I did see one of the articles I read about it that apparently like they are just like completely like they're using porn. Or they're looking at porn.
I
all
wonder
the
what they're
time.
looking up.
Yeah, I want to know what kind of like weird fetish crap they're into. You know.
Well, no, like what would you have no access? That's just a crazy question.
that would. Yeah, I mean, like, how would
What's the first thing you look up? Boobs. Just boobs.
yo? Well, they're probably like because they're
Do you think
there's
they're
no
looking at
porn there. They probably type in like women's breasts. They put it like
Yeah.
really respectfully, and then
Yeah.
by the end of it, they're just looking up like
crazy?
three-way
Yeah.
big penis. Like it's like they're looking up crazy. But I want to look into according to Newsweek, they're gorging on pornography. That's probably
See, but I still don't kind of trust it. This sounds like some propaganda. This sounds like some war propaganda that was started by Ukraine or the West or
Yeah.
whatever. I want more because you can pull up all these articles, but of course they're going to be reporting on it.
yeah. I wish I could find more, but I'm just trying to find.
Like where is the initial?
I guess this
who
is where
found
it came
out
from.
about.
Well, here's
this?
where I guess it comes from. This guy Gideon Rockman made a tweet that says a usually reliable source tells me that the North Korean soldiers who have deployed to Russia have never had unfettered access to the internet before. As a result, they are gorging on pornography.
Yeah, this came from a tweet. I don't know about this.
So,
one, bro.
yeah, I don't know.
I'm
This
on
might
the
be
fence.
this might be wrong.
It's a funny idea, but
I'm just laughing at the
realistically-
idea of it more than anything.
Realistically, also, I'm pretty sure I've listened to an interview with a first-hand source. It was either a defector or a South Korean, which confirmed that they have used, like South Korea has used tactics of, they literally like paradropped and like dumped a bunch of pornography like across the border into North Korea of like South Korean women or something. And so it's been like a psychological thing. And it was a North Korea defector because he was explaining like, yeah, we weren't allowed to look at it, but we picked it up and we were like, whoa, this is a thing, and like they kind of liked it, you know. So this doesn't surprise me
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
if it's true.
I feel like anyone who's like an adult who just found the internet, that would do the same thing probably. Especially because of how like easy it. Because I understand like the '90s when like the internet was invented, and like 10 minutes later there was porn on it.
Yeah.
But because then it was like probably you had to download the extent of porn in the '90s was you downloaded a JPEG of like a hot naked woman and it took 20 minutes to load and then you were ready. So now it's like
Download it to your hard drive.
It's gotten to a point where like maybe this is me being like overly optimistic about like the current times, but it's like I don't know how it's ever gonna get better than it is right now in terms of like porn
Yeah,
access.
I guess the only way is just like with VR.
That is true. That's the
and
only
like
way.
robots,
Yeah.
I guess. But
Yeah.
that gets into some different
Yeah.
morality.
So it's like if the internet was invented like it is now, like we made this great invention where it's the internet. It's like it's everything on it we have now, but it like right away. I'm pretty sure like it would be the same thing with every American. And like if this was in like
Oh,
the
yeah.
90s or whatever.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
we'd have to take like a day off from work, like a national day off to deal with it.
Deal with it.
Yeah, because you
I'm
have to.
working on it.
I'm working on
Just
it.
to work on it.
I mean, when you think about it, every like American has that experience somewhat because when they grow up and then they start realizing that like they want to start watching porn when they're like
Yeah.
15 is too late.
pretty
You already
natural.
know by then. So yeah, so it's probably like we already kind of go through it, just not to this scale probably. But again, this is
Yeah.
like from a tweet. It completely may not be true, but and also there is a guy who said like he can't confirm that's the truth.
Yeah, he said a usually reliable source. Like, okay, thinking about possible sources, it's got to be like a Russian soldier or something.
Yeah.
Being like, oh,
Putin.
guess
maybe?
what? Yeah, Putin's. No, this is a good because you know this kind of makes sense because if you like keep somebody from, it's the forbidden fruit is always the sweetest,
Yeah.
right? If you keep somebody from like drinking or being exposed to anything sort of negative, once they get freedom, they go nuts, right? It's like a hose, you know what I'm saying? Like if you squeeze the hose, like
Yeah.
or it goes nuts, you know, once
Yeah.
you finally release.
I mean, maybe they just need
Pressure.
They probably just need to let them do it because how are they going to fight if that's all they're thinking? Like, oh, I can't wait for this battle to be over. Then
I didn't realize how much of a euphemism what I just said. You could realize.
I mean, it was good. It got the point across, you know.
Well, yeah, but
Well, whatever. It's
subtle. I
not.
didn't actually mean.
Yo,
for that.
you went way too far. I'm gonna have to fire you from the show. Well,
But anyway, shout out to the North Koreans.
yeah. Shout out to the North Koreans for real for this
Soldiers.
one. Yeah.
Okay, let's not cheer on.
Okay,
the
okay,
North
stop, stop.
Koreans.
Okay, yeah.
It's not. They
They're-
are guilty of a lot of
Yeah.
human rights violations.
I mean, so was Russia too, and that's why they're bringing their
Yeah.
asses over. You know?
They're both regimes.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that like Russia, like, oh, thank God, these guys will help us. And then when they get there, it's like, all right, where's the
Guys will help us.
Yeah, all right, where's the lotion? All right, we gotta get ready to.
Well, that would
business.
make me honestly, if I got first time access right before I go to the front lines, I would fight probably double as hard, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have a newfound
Yeah.
vigor and virality.
I mean, once they're finished, like, you know, they probably are like, all right, we got that out of the way.
Well, see,
you know?
yeah, that's the thing though, because once it's like you gorge on it, you're gonna want to take a nap. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be like, I got nothing left to really fight for.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like whatever happens in this stupid country, like whatever, just let it happen. But I kind of
That's
thought,
awesome.
I thought they would have made more progress by now since enlisting Russia, but I mean North Korea, but no, I don't know.
Why has that ever happened in history? Has there ever been any government like military issued pornography? There's got to be, since they issue like cigarettes and stuff.
Maybe. I could,
Which is a
You know what?
vice.
Let me just. I'll do it on.
Yeah, let's look it
Yeah,
up.
I'm gonna have to do it on my phone because my
Because
computer's
like
not
you could
actively.
make it really patriotic,
Yeah, is that a real thing?
and that would make me fight harder, you know, so to speak.
Yeah, you know what you're getting back to when you finish. You know, as a government
So to speak.
issued pornography. All right. Well,
Military issued.
Oh, I just looked up government issued. All right.
What if it's like hentai?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, there's that. I've told you about it before, but that meme of like in like 2020 when we were
Oh
like,
yeah,
bombing Iran and
they're
there were
gonna
all
be
those,
like looking at pictures of
yeah,
anime
it's like
babes.
yeah, World War II fighter pilots, and it's like one of those like or Rosie the Riveter like looking women on the side. It's like World War III fighter planes.
We're gonna paint an anime
Yeah.
girl.
All right, well, there's a website that says pornography in the military. Let's peep this out.
Well, I don't think it's allowed. I think it's a discipline
I know that like
kind of issue.
they used to let like in the 40s, I think they distributed like comic books and stuff. They let
Yeah.
the military. So
I
I don't.
do think pornography has always been banned because you
That would
don't
make
want to be you
sense,
don't want to be
yeah.
like gooning all day when you're supposed to be
Man,
training.
you want to be like the North Korean military who's doing it all day when you're supposed to be fighting. Geez, no wonder Russia hasn't won this war.
Okay.
Because everyone was like, everyone thought when they were invading Ukraine, it's like Ukraine's going to fall in like 2 weeks. And it's like, geez, no wonder they've taken so long, you know? I mean, obviously I'm against the whole thing, but I'm just saying like they're idiots for the way they're running the war, and that's why they're losing.
Yeah,
Well-
it is pretty embarrassing. They are like supposed to be a superpower.
Yeah. Okay, so I couldn't find it when I looked it up the first time. So I'm just doing I'm just pulling up Quora. You know that is like that weird question answering website.
Oh yeah, don't trust Quora.
No, I'm trusting it. Is in the military, is pornography supported and allowed? And if so, is it affordable? I don't know why you're asking.
Affordable.
You know,
Is
the
this
thing about-
Inslee? He's asking. He's like $20.
Is
I
it
got $20.
affordable? Yeah, I got $20. What can that give me? Well, Quora. I hate Quora because it uses this. It's this stupid thing. Where, like, everyone answers with 6 paragraphs, like they were ready to answer, and they're just looking for an
Yeah,
opportunity.
we got the experts waiting.
Yeah. Supported? I'm just going to read the important parts. Supported, not officially, but it's pretty common. I suppose you could say that general military culture supports it. Allowed? Usually. There are some exceptions.
Usually.
For example, personnel in Iraq and Afghanistan were not allowed to have porn. What are you speaking from experience?
Yeah, I think it's a discipline issue.
Want to guess just how effective it was to try and prohibit porn among a bunch of sexually deprived young men? So yeah, even when it wasn't allowed, it really was because most leaders looked the other way.
But honestly, dude, it's kind of a strategy.
Yeah.
You get a bunch of young men, right, who are like volunteers,
Mm-hmm.
18, 19. You deprive them of that, they're
Yeah.
gonna fight
Yeah, I mean,
like animals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
so let me ask you something, all right? And I'll answer. How long
And women.
do you think you could go if you were in the military and said no, and they said no, like
I
you know,
would
hand
lean
release?
into it. I would stay virile.
What if it's
I
like
would go nuts. Not on
What
it.
if-
Like I would go to the front and I would deprive myself of that because that would give me an edge, right?
Nah, I'm going like 2 weeks in that.
2 weeks. That's impressive.
I like
Really
it. I
is.
appreciate
That's
it, yeah.
half a no nut November.
Yeah, you know who was in the military? I mean, I already referenced this, but I think about it this much. I guess Kramer was.
Really?
Well, not the actual guy in Seinfeld
lore?
lore. Yeah, and
Wait, what branch?
he was in the army.
What did he do?
Well, it's a joke of how they say he was there for probably less than a day, and then he like defected.
He defected.
Well, is that?
Yeah, that's
he's
a
like
Kramer
Jerry. You
move.
wouldn't last a day in the military. He's like, how long did you last? It's classified.
Oh man.
Yeah. So Kramer was in the military, and he lasted 1 day in the Seinfeld contest episode.
Dishonorably discharged.
Dishonorably, he gave secrets to another country. He gave porn to the North Koreans, and so
He'd be in jail then.
yeah. Jerry, I have this idea of I'm going to distribute porn for $20 each to the North Koreans.
They're loving it. They're eating it up.
They're loving it, Jerry. Kramer, that's illegal. I'm in big trouble, Jerry.
You can't give porn to the North Koreans.
Yeah, that's crazy, Kramer. Well, that was a great time to tell me.
I mean, they're not even fighting. They
Yeah.
can't. They can't even. They
Yeah,
can't
oh.
put it down.
They never have an extra hand to put on the guns, you know.
Yeah, they're only shooting with pistols.
Well, good luck to Ukraine in all seriousness and stopping these. these
Shout out to Ukraine.
yeah, shout out Ukraine. In all
Shout out to
seriousness,
his
shout out
family,
Ukraine,
man.
and good luck defeating these like.
Give a round of applause.
Yeah, round of applause for Ukraine.
Shout
like,
out to his family.
unironic
Yeah.
applause to Ukraine. You know,
Absolutely.
I'll let this go for a second. Okay, now you can stop.
If this happened when I was like 30 or 40 or
Mm.
like 30 and I had prior military experience, I'd go volunteer.
Do it,
I
yeah.
would, 100%.
Yeah. Is there any way for Americans to volunteer?
Oh, yeah, anybody can, technically. Like, people that don't even have military backgrounds have found a way to volunteer. They do, like, non-combat roles.
Oh. Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, if it's any consolation to like Ukraine, they're gonna like. If this is the North Korean army's priorities, then I think they might be able to beat them. You know, I mean, North Korea probably has such a like crap army to be
Yeah.
honest.
And you know what? I say that, but I don't know exactly where I'm gonna be when I'm 30.
Yeah.
I might have a family, so that might change. But
If the war's still going on when you're 30, you don't have a family. Maybe,
yeah,
maybe
if
it'll
I
go.
had some good training, like that would be useful.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, I'm sure there are like organizations that like take money for like relief to Ukraine.
Yeah.
So
I did actually. I did give some money to Ukraine.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you did. That's a good thing. We should all do it. I should do
I
it
did some
sometime.
porn too.
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah, it's an important. If you can spend $20 on porn, then you can
I
spend.
said
$20.
Zelensky, you need
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah. If it's him, what do you need it for? I'm fighting this war. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's pretty. It's good.
It's pretty
All right, there you
stressful.
go. Yeah. Oh, geez,
Treat
there you go,
yourself.
man. You need the money for porn. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
it just has a rough life.